Hi everyone, it's Derek and Dave this time for a reaction pod to the 0-0 draw against Villarreal at home in the UEFA Cup, the Europa League Group G Game 5 tonight. Dave, my nerves are shattered.
Derek, I've got no nails whatsoever left. They are down to the skin, that's all I can say, but to say I'm delighted is an understatement, Derek, because to get a result like that, even with 11 men, as I said on the pod yesterday, would be an excellent result against a top team. But to do it with 10 men for the whole of the second half it was a fantastic battling performance. And I still think that there was at least 3 players in our team that didn't turn up tonight. So, an excellent performance for the rest of the team that was out there. And I still, my nerves, like you, are absolutely shattered.
Yeah, I mean, certainly, you're talking about a La Liga team here, aren't you?
Yep.
They're still a very dangerous and a very top quality side. And I think, as we highlighted in the first game, I think about 5 of their, 3 or 4 of their players are worth 60 million.
Yes.
So it's like 60 million between them. So it's a massive gulf in class. But tonight, certainly the first half, there was not a lot to write home about. We it was quite an open game, to be honest. Villarreal had a bulk of the possession, I thought. We gave the ball away far too cheaply and far too often as well, and we were giving away needless fouls as well, and we just weren't finding the right gear. We were getting forward, but we were kind of, the play was breaking down because we were giving the ball away, weren't we?
Yeah, we were. We were unlucky though, Derek. We had a few good chances in that first half as well. And I did think at that point that, if we could really go for it, we could have maybe got something. But as you say, as the first half went on, Villarreal were getting all of the ball and we couldn't seem to keep a hold of it. But to be fair to our defence, especially Joe Worrell, who I thought was outstanding, but what can we say about Alan McGregor, Derek? Absolutely outstanding. The 2 of these saves that he pulled off tonight were right up there, absolutely world class.
Yeah, unbelievable. I mean, a lot's been said about question why he was coming back or what was the reasons for him, what was the reason for signing him again. But I think he's proven time and time again so far this season this is the reason. He's just absolutely incredible. He can go through long periods of time without doing nothing and pull off unbelievable saves like he has been doing. You talked about the defence, and sadly once again Flanagan was the weak link, was he?
He was, Derek. I actually think that the more that the game went on, he settled down a bit. I thought he was a hell of a lot better in the second half than he was the first half. I thought he looked absolutely lost in the first half. He looked really panicky. But to be fair to him, going into the second half, Derek, I think he did settle down. He got his confidence back. We all know the guy's no a left back. We know that we've not got anybody in there that's fit at the moment. And there was a lot. I think if he was just to do the basics in there, Derek, he would maybe be all right. But I think his passing was absolutely woeful in the first half. Almost gifted Villarreal, at least sort of 2 goals. But again, thankfully, we're not talking about that, and unfortunately again we're having to talk about the referee, aren't we?
Yeah, Phil, I was just going to say that an absolute just bizarre decision, shocking decision as well. I don't even remember what he got his first yellow card for, because it never even was significant at that point, so I don't even know if it was a proper challenge or not. But Daniel Candeias gets his second yellow card of the game on the 44th minute for doing once again absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
I think what had happened, there was 3 Rangers players went for a challenge. I think maybe one of the players did foul him. I can't remember if it was Worrell might have fouled or something. I can't even remember.
I think it was Morelos to start off with, Derek, and then Tav also went in on him, and then Candeias kind of fell over the top of him, and the referees thought to say, I'll have to book one of them, I'll book him, and then the referees hasn't dawned on him that he's already been booked, because I think you could actually see the referee was completely puzzled until it was pointed out that he was already booked, and he sent him off. Should never have been sent off, Derek. It's another shocker for us, unfortunately, but thankfully it didn't cost, it didn't cause a defeat, but it certainly made it a hell of a lot harder for us in the second half.
I mean, the stream I got was for English BT Sport, and God, it's a hell of a lot better commentary than what we get up here in Scotland. But I think he said that it's 29 games under Gerrard, and that's 6 red cards we've had. Now, there's been the last 2 red cards were for Candeias for double yellows for absolutely nothing, and we've had the rescinded red card for Morelos right at the start of the season against Aberdeen. So there's only 3 red cards that have been justified, and I think one of them was contentious as well, one of the other 3. So, but you look back at the refereeing decisions as well we've had in Europe so far. There's been an offside goal that's been in fact there's been 2 offside goals. There was one against Jufa and there was one against in the group stages there was a goal that was ruled offside for us, which was clearly onside in the Spartak game, the mad goal game. But refereing's a hard game all around the world. But UEFA have got 2 extra linesmen as well, haven't they? So
I know. I can just confirm, because I'm watching the replay of that incident right now, Derek. It's on BT Sports right now, and if anybody should have got a yellow card there, it was Morelos. It was him that put the first tackle in. Even that wasn't a bad one. And basically Candeias went in and tripped over the guy, and that's what he's been booked for. So, absolute farce. It should never have been yellow carded.
And I think ultimately as well that the referee had warned a Villarreal player about his number of fouls he's had. Then he'd done an absolute shocking challenge in Candeias. It should have been a red card. It went right through him with his studs, not even given a booking. So
I know it was a shocker. But
we're getting on to referees here. In terms of the second half, I felt we were on the back foot for most of it, as you would expect, but we defended very well. We were solid in the back, and granted, Villarreal's attacking was woeful, to be honest. Had they maybe been on their game, they might have got something, but there was some of their plays were just diabolical how bad it was.
Thankfully.
I've
got to say again, Derek, I mean, apart from McGregor, I've mentioned Worrell. I actually thought that Ryan Jack had an outstanding game for Rangers. I was trying to actually watch him, and not that he got a lot of the ball, a lot of touches of the ball, but his positional sense for us was absolutely fantastic, Derek. It really was. The amount of time just with him being in certain positions and, being the sort of last man to sort of stop open spaces and things like that really limited Villarreal in the second half as to where they were going to put the ball. I thought he was excellent, and that's, a guy that didn't get much of the ball at all compared to the likes of Koulibaly, who I think just did a lot of running about but didn't really do much, if you know what I mean. But I thought it was excellent. The 3 players I thought were outstanding were McGregor, Worrell and Jack. I thought the 3 of them were fantastic tonight.
Unfortunately Middleton never really got a sniff in. I don't know if that was for the fact that he had a lack of service as well down the left from Flanagan. But he did have the ball in the back of the net on the 76th minute after a great move, but he did drift into an offside position before he put it in. But absolutely gutting, but that's what happens. And Lafferty, he came on, and within a minute he had an absolute rocket of a shot, and a fantastic save from the Villarreal keeper. What a performance that would have been, wouldn't it?
I know. But again, it was a good move by Steven Gerrard, because I think if Morelos wasn't happy about coming off, but at the same time, the more frustrated Morelos gets, you don't know what was going to happen. So for the last 10-15 minutes, it was a good move to bring Lafferty on, and he certainly gave us something just a wee bit different up front, and it made them think, and really unlucky. It was a fantastic strike with his left foot, Derek. Really, really unlucky, but it wasn't to be. But I don't know, going after that happened, Derek, I hate saying that I was feeling confident. It's not that I was feeling confident, but I just had a wee feeling that I think our defence had took a wee, their spirits had been lifted a wee bit. I think just with having McGregor there and Worrell playing so well, I had that wee bit of sort of faith that we weren't going to concede even right up to the end. So Absolutely delighted, Derek. I don't know about you, but it's I honestly still can't believe in those circumstances that we've managed to get a 0-0 against a team of such high quality.
Yeah, I mean, and incredibly, going into the last game of the group stage, every single team can still qualify at this stage.
Right.
It's incredible. Villarreal are on 7, Rapid Vienna are on in second place on 7 also. We are in third on 6 points, and Spartak are on 5 points. So Villarreal and Spartak play next. If Rangers win their next game, regardless of what happens in that game, we go through.
We basically need to win our next game, Derek, to go through. That's the be all and end all. I don't think there's any other calculations that can be made. I think that's basically all it is. We've got to win because a draw is not going to be good enough. We need to win, but Derek, we've given ourselves the chance to do it, which is fantastic. And again, we said it at the start of the season, this is a complete bonus for us. So to do that and stay unbeaten at Ibrox as well is just absolutely fantastic, and totally delighted with that. And again, going into this next game, I don't think there's a lot of pressure on us, Derek. That the Rapid Vienna are the home team, aren't they? They're the ones that are saying to themselves that they really need to win also. So it's I'm looking forward to it already. I think it'll be a cracker.
Yep. So the next game obviously is on Sunday against Hearts at midday, so I'll be back certainly. I don't know about Dave, but I'll be back with a post-match reaction pod for that. So thanks for listening and goodbye.
Yes, well done, Rangers. Absolutely delighted. Take care, folks. We will be back soon. Cheers.